Good afternoon and welcome to Lonato in northern Italy. You are joining us live for the 2024 European Championships in shotgun, and the first final of the four is about to get underway. We have Skeet Women Junior Final, and you can see the finalists are just going out onto the range to do target sighting and some gun mounting. It's great to have you here with us. The weather conditions is 21 degrees, quite high humidity. We have had a lot of rain over the last 2 days during the qualification rounds, in fact. The weather has been a nightmare, but I'm pleased to see that it's going to be nice sunny and not overly hot or cold, as it's also been over the last couple of days. So you can just see on your screens the women junior getting ready for this final. This is the Skeet event, and that's just some spec of what the cartridges we use, which is up to 24 grams, shot 9. Eco-friendly targets, of course, the same was for trap and for Skeet. And this is a generic shotgun, that's what it looks like. Although in Skeet, more so in trap, it's very important to have a gun fitted to you. The shooters start with the gun down position, so they have very little time to mount the gun and shoot the target, and it's ever so important to have proper fit. Alongside, my name is Elena Allen, and alongside me I have Christian Schofield from Team Great Britain. Welcome, Christian.
Welcome, Elena. Thank you very much for inviting me.
It's a pleasure that you were able to join me. And you can just see on your screen the next 3 finals today is going to be Skeet women at 14:44, followed by Skeet men at 16:02 hours, and Skeet men junior will round off today's finals at 17:02. I hope you will stay with us for the day to watch all of the exciting action. In the men and women finals, we will have Paris Olympic quarter place at stake as well. So there will be 1 quarter place in each of the finals to be won, besides the gold, silver and bronze medals. The announcer for today will be Zara Fanciulacci. She will be going ahead shortly to introduce all the finalists, jury, and this is Italian coach Sandro Bellini. He has 2 of his athletes in this final. I will announce them a bit later on when they line up for the presentations. This is Stephen Scott, known as Scotty. He coaches Maddie Russell, although he himself used to be a double trap shooter and a trap shooter. And this is, that's quite a difficult name, but I will try, the Czech coach, Brzislav Dolecek. And this is Maddie Russell on your screens. She's the bronze medal winner of the last European Championships in Osijek. And this is Givi Shengelia, the coach for Georgia. He's getting quite used to sitting on the finals range. His athlete Yelizaveta Bayarshinova was the European champion from last year, and again that was again in Osijek. And this is Diego Gasperini. He's the coach for one of the AIN shooters, and that is Arina Sharapova. And to those of you who are not familiar with what AIN stands for, this is...
It's the Athlete Independent Nation.
Correct.
AIN.
And the name was actually derived from French, and that's a translation from the French phrase AIN.
Ladies and gentlemen, Feet of Italian Shotgun Federation.
So we are just going to get ready for the athlete presentation. They will walk off the range and then they will line up. In front of you we have the table of how the qualification rounds went over the 3 days. Ariana Nember from Italy leads this field on 118. But of course, once we go into the finals, the scores will not count, but the bib number is important for shoot-off and for elimination during the final. So this is our announcer, Sara. So the second after qualification was the second Italian shooter, Eleonora Ruta. She finished on 115. And then there was an intense shoot-off between the other 2 more shooters who finished on 115, which she won. That's why she is ranked second. Third ranked shooter is Yelizaveta Bayarshinova from Georgia. She also shot 115 plus 7 targets in the shoot-off. Eliška Lušková from Czech Republic also finished on 115 targets. Maddie Russell then is the athlete in the 5th position. After the qualification, she shot 114 and 3 targets in the shoot-off against the AIN athlete Irina Sharapova. So, just a quick sort of, for those of you who are not familiar with how the scoring system works in Skeet, just a quick introduction to the system. So the shooters have all shot qualification over the 3 days, 5 rounds of Skeet, which have each round is 25 targets. Then the highest shooter out of 125 targets shot enters this final in the 1st position, and as I just went over, then it's 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. So the importance of the bib numbers. After the first 20 targets shot in the final, we will have our first elimination, if you like. So the shooter with a lowest score, who went with the lowest bib number, if the results are equal, will be the one eliminated. And then after every 10 targets, we'll have one more shooter going out of the final till it goes to the last 2. The silver and gold medal will not be decided on bib number. We will have to go to a shoot-off. But we are just watching our athletes walking onto the shooting range to be introduced. So, Ariana Nemba is the shooter in the 1st position in this final. She is from Italy. She is 19 years of age. And looking at what she has achieved, where she's been, she's fairly new on the international scene, from what I can see. Looking at her profile on the ISSF website. And a big cheer for her from the crowd. And the fireworks are going as well behind. So the 2nd athlete in this final is Ruta Eleonora of Italy. She's 18 years of age, and just like her teammate, she's not hugely experienced on the international scene. She doesn't have any competitions showing. So she's done, well, both of the girls from Italy, considering lack of the international experience, have done incredibly well to be here.
I think it's very difficult to get into the Italian team. They're very high-quality shooters, so sometimes they appear not to have much experience because the people before them say they need them to move over.
That's right, Kristin. And on our screens, we have the athlete going in the 3rd place, Elizaveta Bayarshinova from Georgia. She was our last year's European champion. Georgia have done incredibly well. They haven't had anyone in the medals since Damas Ibnashvili, but he used to shoot for the Soviet Union many, many years ago. The shooter in the 4th position going into this final is Eliška Lušková from the Czech Republic. She's 20 years of age. She's been shooting internationally from 2021. She went to the European Championships in Osijek then, and in 2023 she went to the Junior World Cup in Zul. And this is our Great Britain shooter, Maddie Russell. She enters this final in the 5th position. She's 20 years of age. She was the bronze European Championship winner in 2023 in Osijek, Croatia. So it's lovely to have 2 of last year's finalists and medalists in this year's Europeans final as well. And this is our final finalist in this European Ski Women Junior Final, Irina Sharapova from AIN. Well, she's shooting under the flag of AIN, which is
Athlete Independent Nation.
Yeah, I'm just struggling with that name. It's basically those shooters, because of the situation in Ukraine, shooters from Russia and Belarus have to shoot under an independent flag. And jury in charge of this final is Bodo Giske from Germany. And the referee in charge is Aliassi Nordin from Bahrain.
Yeah, a really great team of jury and referee again. So both very experienced, and it's good to see.
Definitely. We've watched quite a few finals during the trap competitions. So they've had plenty of time to get their eye in. But plenty of experience over the years. Eliassi has been refereeing for 10 years, he tells me. I spoke with him yesterday. And unfortunately, Irina is going to lose 2 targets that she's going to hit because she was late reporting for the final. We have a rule. You have to report, I believe, 30 minutes before the final. She didn't, and hence she's been penalized. So the first pair, if she hits it, she will be given 2 lost targets. If she only hits 1 target, the miss will then carry on to the next target that she manages to hit. And we've started this final with Ariana Nembe hitting 3 out of 4 targets. The shooters will shoot 20 targets before the shooter in the 6th position is decided, and that shooter will leave this final. So just a quick, interesting bit of information for you. We had 30 women juniors taking part in this competition. And the youngest competitor was from Italy. She's Dalia Boselli, 13 years and 9 days today. The second youngest 2 competitors were Jessica Louise Hambrook from Great Britain. She's 15 years, 3 months and 10 days today. And Katie Jane Essex is our third youngest competitor at 15 years, 5 months and 15 days old. So some way to go for these young junior athletes.
It's great they're starting now, and as long as they can cope with the pressure of the competition, it's good to see them taking part. And I think that all the teams, you know, the coaches and everything, make sure that everybody understands what's expected of them. Then, you know, they obviously hope when they turn up they're going to win, but actually it's more about the experience and understanding how these big competitions work. And I think all those girls you've mentioned will have done that.
Yeah, athlete development is very important, and the experience you get from international competitions is nothing compared to competing domestically. And of course, junior athletes can compete in the junior category up to and including the age of 21. So these athletes have a very long shooting career, hopefully ahead of them, before they have to start shooting as seniors.
Absolutely, it's good to encourage them.
So our first athlete to hit 4 out of 4 targets so far is Maddie Russell from Great Britain. And well, let's see what happens with our...
Good shooting too.
Yeah, and she hit the first pair, but as I just mentioned, because she was late for reporting time before the final, that's why she just lost the 2 targets. She was...
Yeah, that is sad, because that's not really down to her. That's the administration of people who are looking after them. But sometimes it happens. Sometimes it's confusion. So I'm sorry for her. But
yes.
We've got to have the rules, otherwise it becomes a bit chaotic.
I understand, but it's incredibly sad. But what can you do?
Well, you've just got to hope that your team behind you are paying good attention to detail. And I know it does cause a bit of stress for the team to make sure we're there with all the kit on time. But that's what the team leader and people are for.
I know that her coach is very experienced, so I'm actually rather surprised that...
I think he's got a lot of people, and so his attention was in a lot of places. So
elsewhere.
Diego is a very, very good coach, and I'm sure that he will be ruining that. I think, but it happens.
It might happen, but you cannot afford to lose 2 targets. So,
No.
But anyway, we have to get on with this final. Just a quick... I'll just quickly tell you how the Skeet final rules work, because it's different to qualification, where shooters shoot just a standard 25 targets in each of the rounds. So in Skeet finals, where a sequence of targets is shot over 8 stations with a total of 25 targets, only pairs on station 3, 4 and 5 are shot. So a series of target sequences are then taken, followed by progressive elimination that continue until the gold and silver medal matches. Or medal match, rather. In case of a tie for places 3 to 6, bib numbers will be used to determine who stays and who goes. And that bib number I mentioned earlier is whoever qualifies in the highest position has the priority in case of a tie.
The crowd are clapping there because the referee had given it as a miss, but everybody said no hit, and so he's accepted that, looking at the side referees, and so that was good.
But one of the side referees must have confirmed it as a hit. Because
yes, he did.
Yes, because the referee will not take the word of a crowd.
No, I stand corrected. He did look at it. He did look at the side referee. Yeah.
So the sequence in the final: shooters first shoot a regular pair on station 3, followed by a reverse pair on the same station. Then they move on to station 4, which just happened a minute ago, where they shoot a high target double first. When they go on to station 5, as they've done now, they will shoot again a regular pair on station 5, followed by a reverse pair. And then they will go back onto station 3. They will repeat the same sequence on station 3. When they go onto station 4, it will be low house double first. Then they will go back onto station 5, shooting a regular and reverse pair before the 6th place is decided, and the athlete placed in the 6th position will leave this final. Then after a sequence of 10 targets, we will then start having the shooter in the 5th place eliminated, 10 more targets in the 4th place, 3rd, and then it will come to the last 10 targets, where hopefully we will have the gold and silver medalist decided. In case of a tie, after the 60 targets have been shot, we will go... Okay, that's a protest from the Italian team. Let's see what the referee is going to do. He's given it a hit.
Yeah, as we said before, sometimes it's difficult for the referee in a certain position to see all the hits, and with other people in positions around, especially, that's what the side referees are for, to see from a different angle.
That's right, yes. Okay, and hit and loss on the reverse pair on 5. So the 2024 European Championships had the record number of participants. We had 440 shooters taking competition in both trap and skeet, and they came from 42 countries. So we've got a record attended European Championships, which is fantastic. The sport is growing.
And we do want to encourage younger people to take part in it and give them those opportunities. And I think they've done a good job in the European Championships this year, getting so many people to attend.
That's right, with it being also the Olympic year. We've got Olympic Games in Paris off a shooting in Châteauroux happening in a couple of months' time.
And IWSF have done a lot of good marketing type stuff with the Road to Paris program that you can see on. It's good, that encourages people because it explains, it tells the athletes' stories, and great interviewing from the guys that do that.
And this was a first pair missed for Eliška Luškova. The European actually record junior in the final is 56 out of 60 targets, and that was shot by Zhadnova Anna of Russia in 2021 in Almaty Junior World Cup.
That's very good, isn't it?
Yes, that's a senior standard level of final.
But there again, some of the older ones in the junior category are getting to that standard.
Well, at the moment, Maddie Russell of Great Britain is on 10 hits.
Yep, which is very good.
Yeah, out of 10. World-class performance so far, but quite a long way to go.
A
just
long way
yet.
to go.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but everybody's shooting fairly steadily. I know there've been a few misses, but you know, it's looking pretty good. They're quite close. The technique looks good, but as you'd expect for the juniors who have reached the final.
That's correct. And you can see on your screen the standings after the first 10 targets have been shot. And Maggie Russell of Great Britain leads on 10 targets, followed by Ariana Number of Italy on 8, and closely followed by the Georgian shooter Elisaveta on 7 targets. But 10 more targets to be shot before we know who ends up in the 6th place. If you're joining us right now, welcome. You are watching Skeet Women Junior Final at the 2024 European Championships in Lonato, Italy.
So that was good. 4 hits there.
I think the shooters are warming up, starting to feel a little bit more comfortable and confident.
I think that does happen. You know, obviously, it's going to be nervous because you pointed out some of them. This is the first time in the final. It's going to be a little bit nerve-wracking. I'm sure they've shot many finals at home, but it's a little different standing within front of all the cameras and the crowds.
Completely different. It's very difficult to replicate at home, isn't it?
Very, yeah. And they get used to it at home. When everybody has shoots for selection, but they're never quite the same.
This was actually an excellent pair because the low target went high up in the air, the high target dropped, and it was a little bit of a sporting shot, so she did incredibly well to hit the pair. And that's our Georgian shooter missing the low target on the first pair. Probably feeling a bit of the pressure. She's the defending European champion. And that's a no target. She hit the first target and the second target ran into the shot pattern. So she's got to repeat it again.
She has. Always looks very spectacular, that, doesn't it? That was, isn't it? But it's...
Yeah, I was asked a question, why is it when a shooter hits a pair with one shot? I mean, that is so difficult, it should be counted, but I'm afraid... No, that was a hit. That was a hit.
Yeah.
That was a hit. There were 3... No, that's...
Well,
that is hard, like if she's going
we've got to allow
given.
the referees to do their business, but it did look like a hit, didn't it? But,
Yeah.
you know, we...
They've given her a loss. That's so sad. From where we're sat, we could see the 3 bits, and quite large bits, came off the top of the target. But the referee has a different viewpoint, and the side referee didn't see anything, which is just a bit sad when this happens. And that was a hit as well. That was a hit.
Yeah. But
No.
I think we're going to have to stop calling them. Elaine.
Yeah, I know. The targets are obviously hard. And that's why they chip in. If you don't have them in the middle of your pattern, that's when you have chips.
Yeah.
And because they didn't powder,
No.
it's hard for the referee to see it.
It is very. It is much harder for the referee than people think. And having had the experience of standing there as a referee, it is very hard.
And the
need
pressure,
help.
they also have the pressure as well on them to perform to their best ability and to
Yeah.
make sure they do the best job they
And
can.
This guy who's refereeing is super fair. He would not want anybody to be
No,
disappointed.
absolutely. So I actually remember him from the days when I used to shoot. And he's one of the loveliest referees you can wish to meet on a shooting range during.
Yeah, very calm and
Much.
helps the athletes. And I think found all the referees here have been very helpful to the younger athletes, and they're not bending the rules, but understanding
And being accommodating.
Absolutely, that's a great word. Accommodating, very helpful, and explaining things to them, because it is very nerve-wracking on your first couple of goes. And even when you get more experience, it's still coming quite
No,
nerve-wracking.
absolutely. And station 4, it's now low target pair first, which Ariana shoots beautifully and confidently.
Yeah, good style, hasn't she? Very
That's
good style,
correct.
Good technique.
And now her teammate Eleonora Ratta is going to follow next.
Another great bit of shooting. It's lovely to see, isn't it? That, you know, such confident shooting at fairly
this-
young ages.
That's correct, yes. And with seniors, you expect to see this level of shooting, but with juniors, it can go either way.
And of course, so this age, they've been at school, maybe just starting their first part of university, so they've got many other things other than shooting in their lives that they've got to contend with.
And some have exams as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think at this stage the exams have just started back in many countries for the first level exams like GCSEs in the UK and then A levels.
And this is
That's
the
our first miss.
first miss for Maddie. And I know those of the youngsters who are studying in the university, they've actually already had some of the exams.
Yes. Well, I think the universities in the UK have finished, so for the they'll start again in the autumn.
And that's a pair loss for Arina. She's just got to regroup
Yeah.
and start again on station 5.
Yeah, it's not lost yet, is it?
No, this is outstanding after the second series of 10 targets. We have station 5 to go before we know who is going to end up in 6th place and who will leave this final. So Ariana Nemba is next, well, first to shoot on station 5. The light's a little bit difficult at the moment. It's just glistening. The target's a little bit hard to see. Let's see what she can do in the reverse.
It's very
double.
hard during the rain when for the seniors. That was definitely the case, but now not quite so bad as it was.
And well done to her. She finishes this first
Yeah, it's very good.
bit of she finishes on 18 hits out of 20. And she's safe. She will be safe going into the next stage of this final. So her teammate Eleonora Rutter finished. Well, she's got one pair to go before she we know what she finishes after this stage. Oh, and
One dropped there.
yeah, so one each. Target dropped on station 5. She's still down at 14 out of 20 hits for her.
Yep.
But she's going to be safe as well because Arina Sharapova has had a
Can't.
bit of a nightmare of a final, but she also lost 2 targets because she was late for reporting.
Yeah.
So that was deducted from the first pair she hit, and she probably never recovered mentally.
No, I think the stress of having that right from the start would be enough.
The stress, probably feeling quite that it was done unjust.
Yep.
And she probably didn't find out right before she went to
No,
shoot
she
the
wouldn't have
final.
known what was happening, and that's very sad. But we have to have rules, and if we do have rules, then we've got to try and adhere to them. And I think the jury tend to be lenient. They won't just, if you're a few seconds over, they're not going to. But if they have to come looking for you, then that's it.
Anelishka Leskova finishes so far, or she's on 12 targets out of 20. That's Maddie Russell from Great Britain. Hitting her first pair cleanly, and now onto the reverse pair on 5. Let's see. And
just
she
one
just
away.
missed one.
So she's equal with Member, isn't she?
That's right.
18 each piece.
Still a long way to go. Anything can happen, as it often does in the finals.
Let's hope she hits both of these, and at least it will be
Just to make you
leave on
feel.
a high.
That's right, yeah.
If you can leave on a high in this European Championships.
Oh, and it's a pair loss for Arina. So Arina Sharapova finishes this competition in 6th place. A bit of hard luck she had at the start of this competition, but well done to you. And don't be dejected, you've had a fantastic competition. You shot 114,
Not a bad effort.
yeah, out of 125.
So we have five athletes remaining in this final. This is the stand-in after the first 20 targets have been shot. So we will now have elimination after every 10 targets. So the shooter in the 5th place will be decided at the end of this rotation. So at the moment, Ariana Nembe and Maddie Russell are head-to-head on 18 targets each.
No,
And
I think
Ariana is
she's
just
claiming for
protesting.
it, but I don't think it was a
No,
hit.
and she wasn't given.
No.
She looks very determined.
Definitely.
Oh, just delayed shooting that, hitting that.
I don't think she saw it very well.
No.
By the looks of that delayed shot.
Well, the timing was all wrong.
Yeah.
She shot her first target at the right pace, and then she was probably searching for it with her eyes.
Yeah.
And as a result, and that's a pair loss for
Yeah.
Eleonora Rutter of Italy.
And again, you can see, the pickup of the first target is so important, isn't it? Because
Yes.
if then your gun's not in the right place with the second. And
Well, you probably start slowing down if you're looking for that target.
if you're hunting for it, and perhaps it is what you were saying earlier on that it looks pretty good for us sitting here, but we're not shooting at them. So
But if
perhaps
you
it
look,
is a little bit.
some of the athletes are wearing dark lenses and the light has gone in.
Yeah.
So potentially could be just looking a little bit. Oh, beautiful pair.
Yeah, very good. I also think we forget that the pressure point, whereas actually you think, well, why are you not being you normally do, but then you start thinking about it, then you don't know what's going on in the athlete's mind, and I think quite a lot at this level of shooting.
Well, she did well. She recovered well. She missed
did.
the first target on the reverse pair on 3. That's Elizaveta
Yeah.
Bayarshinova from Georgia, and hit her second target beautifully. And it's hit loss for Eliška, who's struggling a little bit in this final, our Czech shooter.
Yeah, I'm sure she's been in the Czech junior girls team, so she's not as not quite as inexperienced as you may look, but it is very difficult.
Of course it is, yes. I mean, these athletes have all done incredibly well to be here, to be taking part in these European Championships. Some of them will have more competitions to go over the next couple of days. Tomorrow we have mixed
Yep, mixed team.
Qualifications then followed by finals. Day after we've
Oh,
got.
that was good. Oh, the reverse pair always.
Yeah, and day after the mixed we will have team trio competitions, both in junior and seniors. So hopefully some of these athletes will get more practice in, and hope to see them in more finals. And Maddie Russell of Great Britain leads at the moment.
21.
21 out of.
It was just that first pair for, first stand, wasn't it, for Ariana?
So that's 21 out of 24 targets shot so far. And here we start again on station 4, high pair target first. So the shooters will only shoot one pair on station 4 before they move on to station 5, where they'll shoot regular and reverse pair. And then we will have the athlete in the 5th place after that.
Yes. Good bit of applause from the crowd, and rightfully so. It's a good crowd, isn't it?
Yes, it is, and they are gathering. When we started the final, there was hardly anyone here, but
It's great for the young ladies to have
That's right.
this support.
we still had shoot-offs going on for the
Yeah.
men's and women's and men junior finals. So,
And that's inevitably going to take people away, isn't
That's
it? 'Cause
right.
it's a lot riding on this with the quota place.
but that's all finished now, as you can see. All the spectators have now come from various ranges where the shoot-offs were happening.
Yeah. So, Maddie Russell now. Ooh, one missed. So,
Well, she's not in the danger zone, so I think she'll probably stay the distance.
well, she's 2 ahead, isn't she?
That's
going
right.
Into this
But
next
at the
stand.
moment, it's the 5th place athlete, which will
Yeah.
probably between, potentially Eliška at the moment of Czech Republic. She's trailing by 3 targets, and someone's got to have a disaster on the last station for her to actually stay in this final. But stranger things have happened.
Exactly. That was good shooting.
Yes, she's just got to hit her reverse pair on 5. And you can hear a deep sigh from her, just getting ready for her reverse pair. Well, that was hit. I did see it. Tiniest of pieces. Unfortunately, the side referee had seen it as well. So she will be given a hit on the reverse pair. It's very difficult with these very hard targets in this final. We've had a number of targets with
Little bits.
Yeah, bits coming off them, which is not easy to see if you're a referee.
But we've got about 100 referees here at the moment. And we're all
But
calling
only
it.
3.
Yeah, I know, count.
Yeah, only 3 count. So we've got 2 side referees. They are on the button each. They press a button when they think if it was hit or loss, and that registers for the main referee, who is actually in charge. And no matter what happens, the main referee will decide whether it will be a hit or a loss in case of a dispute.
Yeah.
And Eleonora Rutter finishes on 20 targets out of 30 shots so far. She's safe. And it's now down to Elizaveta Bayarshinova from Georgia, our reigning European champion. She won the title at the last year's European Championships in Osijek, and that was back
Good
in
shooting.
September. Yeah, well done to her. 4 hits out of 4 on this station 5. She's also safe. So Eliška Loskova of the Czech Republic, unfortunately, will not be able to catch up. Even if she hits the next pair, she will be placed in the 5th position, and she will have to leave this final. And she hits 3 targets out of 4 on this last station 5 for her. She knows she's going to leave the final. She's just getting ready. And Maddie just misses 1 as well on the regular pair on 5. Needs to just regroup for the reverse pair, reset. And a
Yes, very
beautifully
good.
shot reverse
Very
pair
good,
on 5. So we have the shooter placed in the 5th position. On your screens, it's Eliška Loskova from the Czech Republic, greeted by her coach Borčislav Doleček. He's probably telling her, well done, you've worked hard. Great experience gain from this final.
Absolutely.
Lots to take
it's all
forward.
about experience.
Yeah.
At this stage, it's definitely. I mean, everybody wants to win medals, and of course they do. But the main point, I think, of the competition, certainly the way I look at it, is gaining that experience.
You're right, but for the remaining athletes, the 4 remaining athletes, this is now going to be the toughest elimination after the next 10 targets, because the next athlete to go out of this final will end up with nothing.
Well,
And the remaining experience, but I mean the medals are at stake
no medals.
now.
I know. And you're a real fighter, and you come from that thing. That's what you did for the medals, and so I get where you're coming from. Of course, we enter many competitions, and it's encouraging the juniors. If they win a medal, that's absolutely fantastic. If they don't, they've still done enormously well to make the final. To be here, they've done enormously well. And I think that's what the coaches, as you said, will be saying to them.
That's right, Christian.
A little bit of wind picking up now, isn't it? We can feel it here in the commentary box, which so I'm sure it's probably affecting the targets.
Let's have a look to see. Reverse pair on. Oh, that was a hit. That was a hit. Well done by the referee.
Yep.
We did see this in the trap final, but they were mostly sort of smoking. They were having the powder released, but on Skeet, that's not happening. And that's probably to do with the way the shot hits the target sideways on, whereas in trap, it's sort of more, some are sideways, some are flat.
I think there's there's been a lot of investigation at targets, and the target manufacturers do try to make targets that don't break on the arm of the trap, but also break well
The moment the shot hits them.
The shot hits them. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's always a work in progress. Everybody's trying to make it better.
They are smoking a bit coming off the arm of the
Yeah.
trap.
A little bit.
Yeah,
Perhaps
we can
they're
see
dropping
this.
a bit of powder.
Yeah, maybe that's why they're not smoking when they hit. I also asked our referees and juries to see whether you can
That's
refuse.
incredible shooting. That.
Yes, whether you can refuse a target that's sort of powdered coming off the arm, and I'm told it is still okay to refuse it. But once you accept that target and you shoot it, then that's it. You have to shoot it.
You've got to be very experienced to be able to stop in the moment, and I think probably these girls may not have done enough shooting to be able to do that. So.
Because it sometimes can disturb you visually, seeing the powder coming off,
Yeah, definitely.
followed by a target. So station 4, low pair first. Oh, excellent shot.
Yeah.
She actually had to find it. There's a slight delay to the way she shot this
She's
pair.
shot a number of those really well, and I think she's got a great style. I know you're very keen on looking at shooter's style, but that looked really good to me.
It was, indeed. And good shooting as well from her teammate.
I don't think you can hit these sort of scores if your technique is not good. And for the junior girls to have been shooting around that kind of score, they must have solid techniques.
I think you have to have solid basic technique, but I just find that over the years, juniors are more able to hit higher scores with slightly poor techniques, purely because of they think
volume.
less.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not necessarily the volume. I think they're more confident. The brain hasn't kicked in thinking negative things as yet. And that's an excellent shooting from all of the 4 athletes in this final.
Very good.
We are on to station 5. So we will have the shooter placed in the 4th position, leaving this final. At the moment, it's looking more likely that Eleonora Rutter of Italy will be the one going out, with Maggie Russell leading by 2 targets coming into... Oh, yes. Both of the targets were hit. Little bits
I think...
flying off both of them.
Yeah.
And you can hear the crowd going wild, saying it was Bono, Bono in Italian, which is good.
Yeah.
They were hit.
Yeah.
I am wondering... Yes, the referee has given it. Well done, sir. And she
Very good.
middled the next reverse pair.
Very good. And after you've had that sort of little debate with the referee and looked round and appealed, it's good to be able to reset yourself and get back on that next pair of targets.
That's right, considering the lack of experience as well. I'm sure they do train it.
Of course
they do
do.
practice it in training, but still.
And you're shooting, in the Italian team, you're shooting with some very, very able compatriots. So, you know, you will learn from them as well.
And this pair again. Gusher shot both targets with 1 cartridge, which is not allowed. You have to use 1 cartridge per target. You are shooting doubles after all. And it's a loss on the reverse pair, just misses the low target.
So that was not good for her, but
No.
she did her best.
It'll be down to this lady to see which athlete ends up going out after. Oh, it's a hit. Well done. Well done to the referee. The shooter was trying to gesticulate. It was good. I hit it. But I think both of the referees saw it.
I think you've got excellent eyes there, Elena. You're picking up everything.
I'm just used to shooting Skeet at my time.
Yeah.
But I need to be looking at the targets to see the break. Sometimes I look at the scoreboard. That's when I can't see what's the action. It's just years of experience.
Very nice. I love the way, you know, when you watch Vincent Hancock, when he stacks them one above the other. Some of the other shooters always like that.
You can see it with the flash targets much easier than in qualification rounds. So after, and it's a loss money, but after
So she just sneaks into first, doesn't she?
Yeah,
with
we
that?
have now the shooter who unfortunately ends up in 4th place and out of the medals, and that's Eleonora Rutter of Italy.
Very gracefully done.
Yes, and now we have our medalists. So we have 3 athletes left in this women junior skeet final. These are the standings so far after the 40 targets. Is it 40? Yeah, 40 targets. So Maddie Russell of Great Britain leads on 35 targets, with Ariana Nemba on 34 and Elizaveta Bayarshinova from Georgia on 33. So it's all close, just 1 target separating each one of these athletes. We have 10 more targets to go
Very good.
before we find out who ends up in the bronze medal position. So the Italian athlete is just going to shoot her reverse pair on 3. Having hit her first pair, regular pair on 3.
Yes, very good as
that
well.
was really nice. That went up high in there. The high target went up. The wind has slightly got up during this final.
Yeah, you can tell the trees in the background, they're starting to move up there.
The flags are much easier to look.
Well, I was talking about out on the range as well, but say it is quite breezy. Even the little trees here. Are
Yes, you're more used to trap. Our target's a little bit close in, so
I'm sorry, Elena.
that's fine. So the flags are more indicative of... oh. She's claiming a no target. I'm not sure why.
No.
I think the flight path wasn't, I suppose, quite regular, but it wasn't that bad. It's because of the wind that they have been lifted up or down. But every miss is crucial at this stage.
Absolutely. And they know that too, because it's
Yeah.
getting... If it wasn't tense before, it is now.
That's correct.
You've just got to focus on your technique, and one slips away, but that means
Yeah,
they're
and Maddie
equal.
Russell of Great Britain also just drops her low target on the reverse pair on 3. We're now on to station 4, and the Italian shooter Ariana Nemba is going on next. She's going to shoot. She just dropped a cartridge, but that didn't matter. She went back into her pocket and
Got another one.
got another one. Yep. She's shooting the high target pair first. Right, beautiful, beautiful pair. She's picked up the cartridge she lost. I did wonder whether she was going to leave and just kick it.
Yeah, sometimes they don't, because you've got, especially if it's wet, you get grit on it, and then you know what that.
And you don't want to bend down.
No. Oh, not when you...
Just the timing just seemed to take too long.
Yeah.
Rather than attack the second target, she
Perhaps
just seemed
she's
to...
trying to shoot them now.
Yeah, I think the miss on the previous stations probably just added to that pressure she's feeling.
Very nicely done. There's still some great shooting by all of them.
Correct, but I think Elizaveta is most likely the one who's going to end up in the bronze position. She's
Well,
3 targets behind.
3 hard, because they've only got to hit one, haven't they? Yeah,
That's right. Yes, because she's also on the bib number.
Yep.
She's the lowest
That's right. Yeah.
rank number going into the final from the remaining 3 athletes. So as long as both of these athletes hit one target, Elizabeth is going out. But we hope they will hit more than that. We hope they
Yeah,
will clear the whole station.
Yeah.
Because
It'd be nice
it's
for them all to do that.
that's right. It's neck and neck
It's
for
very
the
exciting.
between Ariana and Maddie.
Some very good shooting. Ooh,
And it's a miss for the
Yeah.
Italian
very close though, wasn't it?
athlete. Yes,
Looking
she
at it.
missed the low target
Yeah.
on the reverse pair.
Very close.
That's the target. That's one of the pairs that is not shot in the regular rounds, just like the reverse pair on 3. The other doubles are shot regularly, but shooters do train a lot on the reverse targets during their training. And they have been around for quite a few years now.
Oh dear.
And it's a bet. It doesn't actually matter for
No.
the Georgian shooter because there's no way she was going to catch up. So she will end up with the bronze medal, a fantastic achievement.
Yeah, very, very good.
She was the reigning European
Oh,
champion.
that was a good shot. Did you see that?
That's
That was a
right,
big
yes.
thing, wasn't it?
But it's a regular pair. It's not as difficult on the regular pair. The low target for Maddie went slightly up, and the high target just a little bit down. As long as you're confident and positive shooting that first target, it makes it easier for the second, no matter where it goes.
I always love listening to you because you're so very knowledgeable about all of this.
I hope so.
Yeah.
So we have our bronze medalist, Elizaveta Bayarshinova, representing Georgia. She was the reigning European champion, junior champion from the last year's European Championships in Osijek, and this year she manages to bag herself a bronze medal. So fantastic performance by Team Georgia and by Elizaveta herself.
Yeah.
So now it's the most exciting part of this final.
This is the real duel, isn't it?
That's right. If you just join us, welcome. You are watching the Skeet Women Junior Individual Finals. This is the fight for the gold and silver medals,
Oh, good shooting.
and is between Ariana Nember of Italy and Maddie Russell of Great Britain. The scores are fairly sort of close at this stage.
Well, they're both shooting very consistently. It's very good.
Oh,
And that did smoke on the way out, and you do feel a bit sorry because that was going low, wasn't it?
it was going low, and she
But-
was just trying to find it. That's why she
Yeah.
delayed that second shot on the reverse pair, which is going to put us slightly more behind Maddie.
That was good from Maddie.
So Maddie, if she manages to hit the reverse pair, will go 2 targets ahead.
Oh, yes, 2, yeah.
But a tie is no good here because if there is a tie, we'll go into shoot off. And what happened?
Yes,
there?
it's been smoking quite a bit from the
From the high
from the high house, yeah.
But she's not going to see that because
I know she won't,
she was
but
facing.
this time it didn't come out, and I wondered if that was indicative of some.
Oh, and she just missed a pair.
Mm.
Probably didn't quite reset after being disturbed. I'm not sure if the referee called a no target or what. Oh, right. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but basically we are now back to being level.
Yeah.
46 for both of the athletes.
And she's got to really think now.
Yeah, we've got 3 pairs left
Mm.
before we either go in a shoot off or we have the winner. And it's low target being shot first on station 4. A beautiful shot by Ariana Nember, and the coach is there going absolutely mental, if you can say that.
Well,
Encouraging his athletes.
hugely
and
enthusiastic.
Hugely enthusiastic. Thank you, Christian. Come on, Maddie. And
Yes.
neck and neck, both
Very
athletes.
Good, very good. It's great shooting. It's a proper duel, this, isn't it? Between
Yes.
the two of them.
And this will be one interesting station.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the tension is just, you can cut it with a knife.
Actually, do you know what? I'm quite relaxed now.
Well, both of the athletes,
all
both
shot.
of the teams will have a medal.
They've got a medal. I
Yes.
mean, and Maddie Russell is wanting gold. Let me assure you that.
Well, Maddie,
And the same with Ariana. They both want this gold medal.
of course, Maddie Russell was the bronze medal winner from the last European
Yeah.
Championships, and of course, she's going to do better at these European Championships. But I'm sure both of the girls
Yeah, she's
would
had
love to win.
a silver from the Junior World Cup in Zool as well. So she has won silver before. So I
But
think
not at
she's
the
looking
European, not at the,
No,
at the
no,
European
no.
Championships level.
No.
This is
a bit step up.
a very strong finish by Ariana. She's
Yeah.
put a bit of pressure on Maddie, who has to clear station 5 in order for a tie.
Yep.
And
Well, this is it.
yeah,
Here
and
we go.
let's see.
Well, 2
Fantastic.
down, 2 to go.
First pair on 5, and now onto the reverse double. Oh, and we have the European champion who is Ariana Nember of Italy, with Maddie Russell claiming the silver medal representing Great Britain, and Elizaveta Bayarshinova of, I presume that's her mum
that-
crying
yeah.
there, Elizaveta Bayarshinova from Georgia winning the bronze medal. The shooters are just going to line up. Oh, they all look so happy.
Absolutely brilliant display of shooting. It was a great thrill to watch.
Absolutely, and that's been an exciting first final of the day. Oh, how lovely to see Mum
It is, and
being
it's great.
so emotional.
Well, you put so much into it as the parents,
Of course.
of these children.
Without the parents, these
Wouldn't
athletes
happen, would it?
will
No.
not be here today.
No. And so they deserve a great deal of thanks too, and they just want the best for their kids.
That's right. It's the parents and it's the support team behind the athletes who make it all happen. But obviously, it's the athlete themselves who stand on a station, who pull the trigger, who shoot these targets, and who deserve the victory.
Yeah.
We have more exciting action to come later today. Skeet women final will happen at 14:47, followed by Skeet men at 16:02 and Skeet men junior at 17:02. We would love for you to join us later. Please stay, please don't go away. You've got time to have a cup of tea and do whatever you need to do before you can come back and watch our live action. We will have one Olympic quarter place in each of the senior finals. They will be going live on the Olympic channel, and also they will be broadcast on the Italian Rai Sport channel. So please come back. Well done to everyone, to the 6 finalists who were here today. We have Muddy just approaching our booth. Well done, Muddy. Excellent performance, and well done, coach. Scotty there. We are going to see the replay of the finals shortly, where you'll be able to catch up on the action of what happened in the finals. Thank you very much for being here with us today. Please come back, please rejoin our live finals later today. And it's goodbye for now. Thank you, Christian. It's been a pleasure having you here.
It was awesome. Elena, thank you very much. What a brilliant opportunity to watch it from this spot. Great. I think I've got to go and do some celebrating now. See you soon.
Thank you. Goodbye for now.
sky. It's a sign that you have won. Cause life is not a game. Night and morn will fade away. It's the sun to rise again. It's a sign that you have won.